Today's topic is that Uipath Excel automation. Okay, first we can say that how we can see the Excel data. Okay, I'm opening the file. This is the Excel file. We have the data in the Excel file that we will call it as a data table. Okay, what is data table? It's a combination of rows and columns. Data table. It is a combination of rows and columns. What are the rows and columns here? Okay, what are the rows and columns are that? These are the rows. Whatever horizontal will be there, those are the rows, and vertical will be columns. Okay, what is that? Horizontal will be rows and vertical will be columns. If you observe every data table and in the Excel, we have the top headers. These are the headers. This is the headers part. Okay. And if you clear this all again, clear all right. Okay. In headers, we have the indexes. Okay. For every column and row, we have the indexes. If you call it as a O, it will start from the 0th index. Where it will start from 0th index. If I take that, wait. Okay. Okay. It will start from the 0th index. What is it? A will become 0. This is 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the formation, but the indexes not will start from 1. It will start from 0. A will become 0 index. B will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here it will start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the how the indexes will start from. You understand it now? This will become 0. This is 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. These are the indexes. And this row number is there. Row number will start from, we need to exclude the header. It will start from here, from 2. It will become 1, 2, 2, 3, like this. These are the rows. And if you go for that, what is the cell address? We will call it as cell address. The okay, cell address is that F14. What is the cell address of this F14? This, and what is the range of it? If we select here, if you, all these things we can select. See, if you observe in the left side corner, this will become range. It will start from A1 to G54 here. That we will call it as a range. Either if you want to select this data table only, this is A1 and this is F14. This is the whole range. If it will ask what range, what is the data, your data range from here A1 to, what is the last one here? Cell G54. Here. Okay. A1 to, yeah, what is the cell address? We will call it as a F12, F13. This is the individual cell address. What is the range? How we can define the range? Range is from where to where? From A1 to G54. This is the whole table range. Okay. Understand now? This is the range and cell addresses. Okay. Now we can see that how we can read this sheet in Uipath. How we can get the some of the data from there. Okay. We can go it. I'm starting a new process. I'm giving the process name. Create. Just wait for 1 minute. Okay. I'm opening the workflow. Activities panel. Here, to read the Excel file, we have the activity called read range. Okay, what it is? Read range. But here you can observe two read ranges are there. One is Excel and one is workbook. Okay, in upcoming classes, we will discuss about the what is the difference between Excel and workbook. Right now, I am taking the workbook activity. Read range workbook. Dragging and drop. Okay. In the read range workbook, in the first field, it is asking workbook path. Text must be quoted in the double quotes. Text must be quoted. Okay, workbook path. How we can take the workbook path? Directly you can browse the file. You can go to the browse file and give your file directly, Uipath files. I'm giving the sales data, open. This file is in use. Okay, I'm closing the file. I'm opening. Okay, here automatically we got the file name in double quotes. Okay, this is one option. Another option is that you can directly open the Excel, your destination file, where this is the file. Okay, after opening the file, if you click on the file, in the info, copy local path option will be there. Directly you can paste I'm pasting the path here. You can see this is the path. I'm directly copying this path. Go to the Uipath Studio and here you can give the path. Okay. Once after giving the path, I am going for the sheet name. Which sheet I want to read? Which sheet? The sheet name is sheet 1. What's sheet 1? What is the range? Here you can as well, it is asking for the range. What is the range? From A1 to G54. A1 to G54. This is the range. This must be in the string format. Okay. If you want to read specific range, this like this we can give. But sometimes we need to read the whole sheet, whatever data is available in the Excel. At that time, you can just give only double quotes. It will take the whole data in the sheet. After clicking on all these input information, if you click on the tree range and click on the properties, after reading the sheet, we need to save this data in some variable. That is output here. In that, I'm giving the Control K shortcut to set the variable and giving the DT input. DT means data table. If you go to the variables, my variable is created. Variable type is data table. Okay. Now, one thing I required in the message box. Okay, in the message box, what I'm going to give that DT input zero 1. Okay, save. I'm closing. You observe here. What we got it? Zero is the row. Sorry, that row will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. 0 will be the row and 1 will be the column name. Column. Okay. If I will give 0, 0. Let's go for save. Hyderabad. What here? 0, 0. Hyderabad. This is to get this value. How we need to give 0, 0. I will show you here. See, to get this Hyderabad value. Okay. Where we share the data table, DT input data, and first we are going to give the column name 0, sorry, row. First we are going to give the row number, that is 0, and column name is also column index 0. Column index is also 0. Equal to what is the output value here? Hyderabad. Okay. Same DT input 0, 1 equal to what is the output here? 0 is the row, 1 is Divesh. This need to become. Let's see. Here 1 will be there. 0, 1. Save. Got it now, answer Divesh. Okay. Like this, we can decide that what we required in our data table. Can anyone tell me that if I required this one, this Samsung, what I need to give? Can anyone tell in the chat box or unmute yourself? If I require the show as an output, Samsung in my message box, Samsung Galaxy F30, what I need to give?
Column is 2.
Yeah, correct. Column is 2, row
Row is 3.
0, 1, 2. Row will start from
2.
0. Row will become 2.
2.
Okay. Row 2, column. What is the column? Index. 0, 1, 2. Let's see. Okay, we got it now. Samsung Galaxy F30. Okay, this is how we can get the data from the data table. if you want the count of the data table, if you want to show the count of the data table, dt input dot rows dot count. This is the first answer. Second message box is 53. How many rows are there here? You can open this data. You observe, it is showing 54. If you remove this header part, it will become 53. Okay, this is how we will get the rows count. Okay. Here another option and one more activity that is there we will daily use in every project, that is for each row in data table. For each row in data table. What for each row in data table will do? What it will do? We can see. It will read row by row data. First, it will read 0th index row, this row. Second, it will read this row. Third, it will read this row. Fourth, it will read this row. Fifth, it will read this row. It will read row by row data. How it will read row by row data and how? Okay, let's see that process. DT input. Here it is asking for each row in current row. In where? In which data table we have to give DT input data table. Okay, after giving the DT input data table, I am throwing the one message activity, message box. Okay. Automatically here we don't need to give the row number. Why? Because already it will take the current row, means first row, second row, third row, it's step by step it will take. Okay, current row. This is the row. Once after giving the row is completed, then we need to give the column name. Which column? I require the data in the 0, 1, 2. Second column, product name. I'm giving the number 2, row index. Save. I'm disabling it. Bottom one, Control D to comment out. Debug. Okay. Excel is already in use. Okay, Excel is already in use. I'm closing the Excel. Clicking on the retry. Okay. What it is there? 1 plus not 5G. It came now. It is came into the first row. And the product index name we have given it as a 2. 2 is the 1 plus not. Let me erase all this. Sorry. Okay, 1 plus not. Next one, Realme C35 it need to be shown. Next one, Samsung Galaxy it need to be shown. Next one, Apple iPhone. Next one, Samsung Galaxy M13. Next one, Xiaomi Realme 9i 5G. Okay, this is how it will show the indexing. Okay, Now I have given as index 2. If we want to give the column name, okay, this I have given the index. If I will give the column name here, what is the column name? Product name. That is the column name. Directly in double quotes, I'm giving the product name. Okay, current row product name. Save and we can start running. Coming now, after giving the column name also. Here we have the one doubt. What is the main difference while we give the product column name or index name? We can go for the index name also now. Like that we have. For that, I will show you the one example. Here same as previously discussed, I am going to give the column name only. Sorry, column index. That is 2. Okay. Save. What I am going to do in the input data. I'm going to insert another column in middle. Okay, that will become the date here. Okay. Saving the file. It is okay. Now file is saved. Now I am running it. Running the bot. Let's see. Sorry, that already same column names are there. We need to give the different column names. You understand the read range. If you understand the error, read range workbook, a column name named date already belongs to this data table. Means name date column name is already there. 2 types of columns or 2 columns are there with that name. Okay, we can change the name. Yeah, date 1. If you see, this is the date and this is the date. If you give these duplicate column names also, Uipath will not read those data. I'm giving the date 1. Okay. Got it now? Here we are getting in the second row, we have the dates. Our date will be there in that column. Directly, we got it. Why we got it? It will, when based on the index. See, this is the index. The position has changed. 0, 1, 2. This is the index. Whatever data will be there in the second index, that only it will take. It will not think about that which column name it is, which data it is. It will not go like that. Whatever index in that index data, it will be there. What is the real time situation here? In sometimes if user will change the columns, if they will insert one new column here, okay, with their data. But at that time in our project, if you use the index number, whole data will gone. Robo will not work. It will pick the different data. Okay. Same thing if I give you the product name here. If I give the column name, okay, if I give the column name here, what will happen? It will pick anywhere from the data table. If the column name is here, either in the H name, either J, or wherever the column is there with this name, it will pick the data. That is the main advantage of going for the with the column name. If our column positions will be changed, no need to worry about it. Automatically, wherever with that column name, data will be there. Wherever it will be there, it will take the data. You can see now I'm running the bot. Yeah, now we are getting the data. Same thing. Okay, now we got it now. What is the difference of using the column index and column name, and where we can use the column name and column index? If you understand, type in the chat. Until here, if you have any doubts. Received any messages in the chat? If you understand this, you can type in the chat. Yes. Yeah, good. Okay. Now, the next concept is writing the data from one Excel to another Excel. This is one. And if you want, I have read this data and I need to write this data in another sheet. For that, what activity you are going to use? Write range activity. Same. Workbook activities only I'm taking. Okay, here we want to give the path. Okay, this is the path. Which sheet I want to write? I am giving the sheet name as a products. Here in the write range, you need to observe one thing. I have given the path like this. Okay, if Excel file will be available, it will write those data into that file. If Excel file is not available with sales data.xlx with that name, what it will do, it will create the new Excel file and write the data. That is what write range will do. Okay, if file is available, it will write the data into the existing file. If file is not available, it will create the new Excel file and with the sheet name also. Okay, I'm giving the data table as a DT input. I'm debugging it. Okay, it's completed. Let's see the Excel. Okay, already sheet is there. That is why it is has written in the existing sheet. Here, this is the product data it has written. But here headers are not added. Why headers are not added? Because in the write range activity, if you go for the properties, add headers, I did not click. Okay, that is why headers are not added. I clicking on the add headers and save. Okay, I'm running it again. Closing it. Now we can see. It is added with the headers. Now we can go for another approach without having the Excel file. What I'm doing here, the write range. This is the Excel data.xlx. This is the file name that I am giving the products data.xlx. Okay, now the sheet name is not there. We can see it will create the new one or not. Save on the file. Okay, we got the sheet name with the file name with the new file name. We got the new file name. It's created new file name. Okay, this is how write range will work. We can go to delete this data. Delete it. Okay. You understand it now? Can you type S in the chat if you understand? Yeah. Okay. And this is how about that today's class.